What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another 7 o'clock premiere. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate support. We going to Memphis, Tennessee, one of my favorite places. Shout out Memphis for this one. And this one right here is absolutely heartbreaking. Do you hear what I said? It's heartbreaking. See this little boy right here? Cute little boy. Little boy's name, Kevin Horton. 3 years old. And he befell a horrific tragedy this weekend. This past weekend. This woman here, you see her? This shadow demon, juggernaut phenom. Woman you see up here is 29 years old, and her name is Dominica Mosby. And she dominated this little boy to death. Ladies and gentlemen, what I'm about to explain to you or show you in detail, this tragic story is absolutely just, it really makes you angry and puzzled at why somebody, let alone can kill a child, but the reasoning behind it to where they can even go through with it. We live in a cold, cold world, and we need justice to match these punishments that people are dishing out against innocent people that can't defend themselves, namely children. I told you before, juggernaut real, juggernaut dangerous, and a juggernaut is out there. That's your proof right there. Hit it.
Video of 3-year-old Kevin Horton, a happy little baby boy playing with his cousin on a swing. Sadly, though, Memphis police say his life was cut short by a woman close to the family. This woman, his father's girlfriend, Dominica Mosby. She is accused of torturing and beating that little boy to death. Fox 13's Dominique Dillon sat down exclusively with that family, and she joins us live from the newsroom now. And Dominique, while this is a tough story to tell, this family actually wants to share this story to help prevent this from happening to anyone else.
Yeah, this little boy's father says he never thought the woman he trusted, the woman who's actually the mother of his 2 youngest children, would ever harm his son. But he says that's exactly what happened, and now he's faced with the difficult task of planning a funeral. Youngest children would ever harm his
I'm at work. I'm at work, fool. Why you didn't notify me that my child was throwing up? My child was not sick when he left my sister out. My child was well. My child laid on my chest.
Keith Horton was nearing the end of a 16-hour shift Saturday morning when he got a call no parent should ever have to answer. His 3-year-old son, Kevin, who he left in the care of his girlfriend, Dominica Mosby, was dead.
And then you notified me that he had passed. I left the job. I clocked out, left the job. I made it to the house like 3:20. I get to the house, she's standing outside. I got the fire department people in the house. When I go in there and see my son, he ice cold, he purple.
Initially, Kevin was questioning how a healthy little boy with an infectious laugh and his entire life ahead of him could go from this to lifeless overnight.
I want to go talk to her. It's a lot of questions, but the only one I know is why.
At first, Mosby told police Kevin wasn't feeling well when he was dropped off from his aunt's house Friday.
He never was sick. That just was like a story for her to get her story together.
Mosby said she put the toddler to bed, then woke up around 3 in the morning to find him unresponsive. But the medical examiner revealed the truth, far more disturbing. And eventually, police say Mosby confessed to torturing little Kevin to death. She told police she put a lit cigarette out in his ear. The shock and pain caused the 3-year-old to pee on the floor. Police say Mosby then burned his genitals with a lighter, then slapped, punched, and stomped on the little boy. She told police she believes he was dead by the time she went to sleep.
When I tell you, that baby was full of, and the sweetest baby, he was so sweet. It don't even feel right to see all the other kids playing. And he out here with us.
Mosby is charged with first-degree murder, aggravated child abuse, and aggravated child neglect. Her first court appearance is scheduled for this Thursday. As for the family, they're now planning a funeral. So if you're interested in helping out, donating to the funeral expenses, head to our website, fox13memphis.com. We have a link to their GoFundMe.
Yeah, man, that is hard to listen to. Just where's the humanity?
Hey guys, may this little boy Kevin Horton rest in peace, man. God rest his soul. I'm gonna be honest with you. You guys have been rocking with me for a while. What patterns do you notice in these child abuse deaths? What do you notice? You notice it's always somebody, an adult, that does the dirt, and then after they don't know how to clean it up, and they know they have to say something, so they have to call police because they don't want the father to come home or the mother to come home or whoever is out there doing whatever they're supposed to be doing while they're watching these kids. So they forced to tell on themselves. Then when they tell themselves, it's always a lie. Oh, the baby was sick. Oh, the baby this. I don't know. They fell. This and that. And then when you get down to the crux of the whole thing of why these children are dying, a lot of times it comes from either they're mad at the partner who the child belongs to. The child may look like the father or mother or somebody they don't like, and they take that out on them. Or 3, they are childish in their nature and they kill these kids for instinctively being children, i.e. they may cry too much, they might spill something, so on and so forth. There's no fucking way this little boy is dead at 3 years old. What bothers me the most with this shit is the fact, look at that house. That's a nice looking house. So evidently the man that you with, regardless if you married to him or not, y'all are in a good position to build on a foundation that looks well. The house looked good. The little boy was cared for. He looked good in his pictures. He looked happy. He was happy. Why would you do that to him and all these other kids? Now you locked up looking stupid as hell. See, a lot of times, I'll tell you something, people fall in love with the outside of somebody, but the inside is far more ugly than you could possibly believe. My heart go out to that dude. He on TV crying, trying to hold it together, doing an interview to tell the world about what happened to his baby and how he's let down and he wish he could have did something. Man said he was at work, had to take off from work. He get home, she's standing outside, the fire people in there working on him. You know what I'm saying? He said, I go in there to see my son. He ice cold, he's purple. Purple. Said he been dead. She says, oh, I think he was dead after I fucked him up. Look at this, y'all. Tortured him. Cops say she admitted to putting a cigarette out in his ear. Do you know how hot a cigarette is? I'm more than sure she puffed that shit to get that cherry nice and red and stick it in his little ear. He's only 3, y'all. What constituted that? Seriously, what constitutes that? Scorching his genitals with the lighter, burning his nuts up. They always attack the genitals of children. Why? Why? You ever notice that sick shit? Every time they brutalize kids, they always attack the genitals of the child, be it male or female. How many stories have I done that they do this? Something psychological is going on where they do that. said she scorched his genitals with a lighter before beating him to death. So you tortured him, he screams, you punched, stomped, and smacked him till he died. She has 2 children by this guy. They was there. This was done in the middle of the night. You got 2 children by a guy and you kill his other child. I'm more than sure that family knew you and accepted you and got along with you, even if they might not have liked you or not. They put up with you because this guy welcomed you. How you think that man feel? And another thing is this. If anybody knows this guy, have him get in contact with me. I got a lot of followers and contacts out there in Memphis. Y'all do me a favor. If you know this guy, have him contact me by the email and I can verify that it's him. I'll help him, with the funeral. I'll give him a donation, a sizable donation to the funeral. You know what I'm saying? I'll put his GoFundMe down here too as well. And you guys that feel his pain, feel his story, y'all want to help him out, man, let's ride for the dude. You know what I mean? Because this type of stuff, man, from a male standpoint, and I can only speak on that, I know that man feel like shit. He brought that woman into his life. He tried to build a life with her, had children, all this other stuff with her. The child he got is not hers, but I'm more than sure his side of the family, the woman's side of the family, you know what I'm saying? He got to explain that to them. They looking at him a certain way. You know how people are, because when a child dies, you want to get back. You want to blame somebody. You want to be angry at somebody, and she locked up. And a lot of times it falls on people that really didn't even know that they had the devil not living next door, but living in their house. It's upsetting that she did that. She's sitting up there with that stupid fucking look on her face. They need to go and deglove it right now. Peel that motherfucker right off. How sick is that? You kicked, stomped, and beat a baby. 3 years old, burned his dick, you know what I'm saying? And then put a cigarette in his ear till he pissed. Man, she's 29 years old, charged with first degree murder, said the baby's ice cold. You killed him, and I'm more than sure when you went in there and threw him in the bed, you went back there to check and see if he was all right. See, a little 3-year-old can't speak for themselves. And a lot of times, this shit she did, the way she did that, she meant to kill him. They said Kevin was in perfect health when he was dropped off that week with her. She never called anybody, not even the father, to let anyone know that something was wrong with him until it was too late, the description alleged. They're saying he wasn't sick. Look at this, y'all. Mosby allegedly told the cops she woke up around 3 a.m. Saturday and found Kevin unresponsive. She called police and the boy was pronounced dead at the scene. He suffered a lacerated liver, internal bleeding, burns on his ear, one ear, and genitals, and extensive bruising according to the medical examiner's report. Mosby was taken into custody and charged with murder, aggravated child abuse. She was also being held without bond and scheduled for arraignment Tuesday, so you can expect the update with this. But listen, get in contact with him and have him call me. If he can voice verify, if he feels like talking, I'll hook him up. But if not, man, I'm going to put something in his GoFundMe tomorrow. But, man, this is just horrific, man. You do the right things in life, and bad shit still comes. That's life. You know what I'm saying? And that's how life is. You got to roll with the punches no matter how hard they are. And it's hard. I don't know how it is to lose a baby. I love my little girl to death in here. She 9. You know what I'm saying? And she made me mad when she was a kid, got on my nerves and stuff. But I have never in my life ever even thought about doing something like that to her or anybody else's child I helped raise during my marriages. This shit is crazy, man. For real, man, they need to change the punishment option, because if anything, the maximum she'll get is life while taking his away. You ever notice this shit? And I'm going to say this in closing. Motherfuckers can take the lives of multiple people because they feel like it. kill them, ruin a lot of families all at one time because they having a bad day. And they always tell, they brainwash the public and saying justice for such and such, a justice for this, justice for that. And they say, you know what? We got them. Let's lock them up for life. Life in jail is still life. You still get to live. You offer them life as punishment after they offer the death sentence to somebody else. How is that fair? I've been talking about that. I'm going to keep talking about that. They trick you into believing that they doing something, but it ain't nothing but putting somebody on permanent time out. And a lot of times it's a slap on the wrist because these motherfuckers know they going to jail. And a lot of times nowadays, they don't care how long as they don't get killed like they killed somebody else, be it a man, woman, or child. Get the fuck out of here. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I will see you in the next video. Prayers and condolences goes to this little boy's family. For real, y'all.